Demond Wilson, who starred alongside Red Fox in the popular 1970s NBC sitcom Sanford and Son, has passed away at the age of 79. Wilson died on Friday due to complications from cancer at his home in Palm Springs, as reported by his son, Demond Wilson Jr. Wilson gained recognition from his performance in the 1971 All in the Family episode titled Edith Writes a Song, where he and Cleavon Little played burglars from Harlem who held the bunkers hostage. This role led to him being cast as Lamont Sanford, the son of Fred G. Sanford, the owner of Sanford and Son Salvage located at 9114 South Central Avenue in Watts. In his 2011 book, Black and Blue, The Red Fox Story, Wilson reflected on his initial hesitation about joining the series. He mentioned, "After learning about the series format, I was doubtful about my involvement in the project. I thought about it long and hard and decided to take a chance. Red and I thought we could grab some quick cash, plus notoriety, then move on to the next project." The show, developed by All in the Family executive producer Bud Yorkin, and based on the British TV comedy Steptoe and Son, premiered on January 14, 1972, as a mid-season replacement for The DA starring Robert Conrad. Airing on Friday nights at 8 p.m., Sanford and Son quickly dominated CBS's The Sonny and Cher Comedy Hour and ABC's The Brady Bunch in the ratings. It reached No. 2 in the 1972 to 73 and 1974 to 75 seasons, and remained a top 10 hit throughout its last 5 seasons. In 1974, Wilson kept the show running smoothly after Fox left due to a salary dispute. The writers sent Fred to St. Louis for his cousin's funeral during this time. Fox eventually left for good after the 1976 to 77 season to host his own short-lived ABC variety show. Wilson declined an offer to continue the show alone, and instead signed what he described as a $1 million contract to star in CBS's Baby, I'm Back. In this mid-season replacement, he played a man who abandoned his family but returned 7 years later upon discovering his wife, played by Denise Nicholas, was about to remarry. Kim Fields portrayed one of their children. However, this sitcom lasted only 13 episodes. Wilson later starred as Oscar Madison opposite Ron Glass as Felix Unger in The New Odd Couple, but the 1982-83 remake ended after 18 episodes. In the 1980s, Wilson overcame an admitted cocaine problem, sold his Beverly Hills home, and became an ordained interdenominational minister. In 1985, he expressed his joy in preaching the gospel, saying, "I love preaching the gospel more than anything I've ever done. I'm so happy now. I feel honored to be chosen, even when you've got everything. Clothes, jewelry, nice house. You don't feel happy. I was like Jonah, running from the Lord." Grady Demond Wilson was born on October 13, 1946, in Valdosta, Georgia. Raised in Harlem, he appeared on Broadway at age 4 with William Marshall and Ossie Davis in a revival of The Green Pastures, and danced at the Apollo Theater at age 12. He studied acting at the American Community Theater and Hunter College, but was drafted into the U.S. Army and wounded in Vietnam while serving in the 4th Infantry Division. After his 13-month tour ended in 1968, he appeared in several off-Broadway plays. The year 1971 was significant for Wilson. Besides All in the Family, he appeared in Sidney Poitier's film, The Organization, and an episode of Mission Impossible. CBS had first dibs on Sanford and Son, given their partnership with Yorkin and Norman Lear through All in the Family, but network entertainment president Fred Silverman passed on it, thinking he already had a show about a bickering father and son. Remarkably, Silverman later admitted he was never informed that Sanford and Son was about a black family, calling it one of his biggest mistakes at CBS. With Lamont and Fred supposedly residing in Arizona after Sanford and Son ended, NBC attempted to continue with Sanford Arms, featuring supporting players like Whitman Mayo and LaWanda Page. However, it was canceled after 4 episodes. Fox returned as Fred in a new NBC series titled Sanford in 1981, but without Wilson and Lamont, it concluded after one season. Later on, Wilson played Kenneth Miles, the father of Persia White's character on UPN's Girlfriends, and authored a book in 2009 titled Second Banana: The Bittersweet Memories of the Sanford and Son Years. In May 1974, he married Cicely Johnston, a stewardess turned model, and they had 6 children together.